Hello everyone, I'm going to be showing you today on how to change your brake rotors on a 1998 Ford Ranger XLT two-wheel drive. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you jack up your truck all the way, you're going to want to take off your bolts first to your rim before you jack up the truck. So you're going to get a breaker bar or impact, whatever you have. You're going to use a 3/4 socket. You loosen all your bolts. And what you can do before this is you can get some WD-40 and put it on the cap of this right here. Get some WD-40 and spray it all around here, because you're gonna need to pop this little thing out. So that'll be a good thing to do before you start taking off the rim. Okay, now you can finish jacking up your truck. Okay, so now you just grab your nuts, put them aside, pull off your rim, like so, and just place it aside, just lean it against your truck. Okay, now what you're gonna have to take off is your caliper, which is right here. Alright guys, in order to take off your brake caliper, you're going to need a size 15. Size 15. Let me fix y'all's angle real quick. There, Jenna?
Should be good.
Okay. You're gonna need a size 15 socket. And you're just gonna be undoing 2 bolts, one in the bottom and one back here on the top. I already loosened them up. Here's one of the bolts. All right, here's the second one. All right, so you're gonna just slide your caliper off. Should just come right off, like so. Let it sit there. Now what you're going to want to do is pop this cap off right here, and the way you do that is you get a flathead and you put it a little bit behind and just hit it with a hammer, and just to get the rust loose. Alright guys, so once you finally pop your cap off, mine's dented because I hit it a lot, but the correct way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to tap it lightly on all sides until it gets loose, and the WD-40 will help it do that. And you're supposed to just, usually people just get channel locks and they put it on there and they just wiggle it back and forth until it pops off. But me, I already know that this is not going to fit on the new brake rotors that I bought, so I don't really care if I mess them up. Okay guys, so once you get to right here, what you're gonna need to do is, can you give me a napkin? Okay, so you get a shop towel or whatever you want. You can just wipe this down like so. Okay, and now what you're gonna see, guys, is you're gonna see a cotter pin. It's gonna be right here. Instead of doing it with your fingers, you can use pliers, but me, I like to use the shop towel, and it doesn't hurt if you use the shop towel. Let me get the flathead that I have. Okay, now what you can do is finish bending it. This is a lot easier with pliers, guys, because you just use the pliers to hit them together. I mean, not hit them together, but squeeze them together. Okay, there you go. Close enough. I'm just gonna hit it with the hammer. The hammer should make them squeeze together. Poke it out a little bit. There you go, cotter pin's out. Just wipe it down, because you can reuse the cotter pin if it isn't damaged too much. I recommend to just buy a new one, but you can reuse it. It's possible to reuse it. But since you're already doing this, might as well and buy a new one. I mean, they only cost like 12 cents or somewhere around there. They're fairly cheap. They're not too expensive. Okay, so you just wipe down all your parts. You can put them aside on the shop towel. Now you're gonna take off this nut that's right here. Usually it's loose by hand. You can loosen it. There you go. Cleaning the nut. Okay, nut's clean. Now what you're gonna do is the brake rotor should just come right off. Just make sure these parts are gonna fall right here. There you go. Here's the old bearing. I'm gonna replace this with the new one. There's the bearing. That's what it looks like. Here's this piece. It's like, I guess it would be like a spacer. Here it is. I'm just gonna clean it off. This piece is the piece you're gonna have to save right here. Save this piece. Looks like this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this piece aside for now. Now I'm just gonna pull off the rotor. There you go. Now what you're gonna have is this right here. You're gonna see this thing right here. At first I thought it was a bearing, to be honest, but it's not. That's just the way it looks. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna wipe this off, because you're gonna go ahead and put new grease on there. So just wipe it off with your shop towel. Like so. There you go. Okay, now you're gonna get some grease and get it. You can use nitrile gloves or whatever type of gloves you want. I'm just doing it by hand, but you can use gloves so you don't get dirty. And just put it all over this. It's okay to put a generous amount. I put it on there like so, and that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna leave this right here. Wipe my fingers off. Can you bring me the parts, Jonah, please? No, over there. Slide them over there. Okay, guys. Now for the brake rotor, can you pick this up, Jenna, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, that's heavy. Okay, guys. So your brake rotor, just open your box. Alright guys, so the way you're gonna set this up is you're gonna get some more grease. You're gonna put it inside here. This is where the bearing's gonna go, so you wanna grease it up like so. It's okay to put a lot, the more the better. Are the little boxes, Jonah?
The little box?
Yeah, they're right there. Okay. Okay, so now you're gonna want to get your big bearing. Take it out. Take it out of the wrapper. This piece right here, you usually don't need this piece because the new brake rotors nowadays have them already installed, so you can just put this aside. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get your bearing, the big one. You're gonna grease it up like so. Remember, apply a generous amount. Remember to put it inside the bearing too, not just around it, but try to shove it in the inside of the bearing and inside the inner wall and the outer of the bearing. Shove it in this side too. Okay, once you're done, you're just gonna place it the smaller side toward the bottom. So just sit right in there, like so. Remember, the smaller side toward the bottom, and they'll just sit right in. And then what you're gonna want to get is your oil and grease seal. I wipe my hands again. Let's see this real quick, John. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe down my hands. Okay, so you get your oil and grease seal, take it out. It's gonna look like this. This copper part, I guess you would call it, I really don't know what color it is. It's gonna go facing down, like so. Okay, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna wanna tap this in lightly with a hammer. Just tap it, go in a circular motion. Okay, it's all tapped in. Now you can place the rotor on. It should sit like so. Now it's on there. Okay, now to do the other side. There you go. It went on there fully. Now what you're going to want to do is get the smaller bearing. And just like the other bearing, this outer part, this one right here, you're not going to need it because it should be already built in into your rotor. And you're going to do the same thing like your other bearing, apply a generous amount of grease to the outside. Remember to shove it in the inside. Shove it in the inside of it. Shove it in the inside of the other side, like so. Put it in the inside of the bearing, like so. Okay, and then once you're done doing that, you're gonna place it in there, the smaller side, inside there. And then you're gonna get this piece that you took off. This one's gonna go on first. And after that, you're gonna grab your nut that you took off and tighten it down. Remember guys, you don't have to tighten it too tight. Just very little snug, and then maybe loosen it just a quarter of a turn or half a turn. After that, you're gonna wanna put this piece on, like so. Oh, let me find one where I can get the cotter pin in. Okay, there you go. Can you give me the cotter pin, Jenna? Thank you, Jenna. Let me wipe it down. Okay, and you're gonna get your cotter pin, guys. I'm gonna shove it back in the hole, and then you can use your hammer to just tap it back in. There you go. Just wipe this down. And then all you're gonna do is pull up the cotter pin to the sides like that, and then pick up the other side to put on the other side. You're gonna see the cotter pin, both of the cotter pin is pulled outwards and upwards like so. And then after that, you're just gonna put, can I see the thing, John? No, not that. Where's the cap at? Oh, right here. You're gonna just put your cap back on, like so. And after that, guys, I'm pretty sure you know what to do. You're just gonna put your tire back on the same way you took it off, and that's how you change your rotor on your 1998 Ford Ranger XLT 2-wheel drive. And remember to put your caliper back on. You put your rotor on first, and then you put your caliper on, guys. And you put it on the same way you took it off, just with those 2 bolts, and you're good to go. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped you out. Comment if you have any questions, like this video if it helped you out. Subscribe to my channel if you like my content, and I'll see you guys later.